We're back. We're back. We are back. Guys, you walk in, please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember, we do go live pretty much every day at 6 o'clock Eastern Time. Like always, thank you for tuning to KI Culture Radio. Hi, King Jordan. What's cracking like it? What's cracking like it? What is cracking like it?
Thermal season.
It is. Literally. It literally.
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah, I heard it's getting a little breezy out there in Miami. Over here,
Whew.
we good over here, but in LA County, there's a lot more fires going on outside of where I'm at, man. It's 2025, man. It's crazy. It started off crazy right now, but other than that, we here. It's Wednesday, so let's go. Let's get it.
Like you already know, this is Panel Wednesdays. So, guys, Panel Wednesday pretty much means that we give you guys the opportunity to come on the panel with us and to deep dive in different variety topics. Like always, shout out to those who are watching us on Instagram, Facebook, Kick, and also Twitch. Guys, make sure you follow. It's so very important for you guys to follow so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to those watching us on Rumble and X. That being said, sports. Jordan, what's going on in the sports world, my dude?
Let's get into it. You know, the conference championships is this weekend, but it has been some coaching signings here during the week, especially from the Chicago Bears and the New York Jets. So I just found out that from the Detroit Lions, we had an offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. The defensive coordinator, Eric Glenn, he just signed now he's a new head coach for the New York Jets, which is pretty big. And then the former Detroit offensive coordinator, Ben Johnson, he signed with the Chicago Bears. Now, Ben Johnson, you know, from this year, last year, he's been really like the number one candidate of being a head coach, you know, from the Bears would sign them, you know, I think the Jacksonville Jaguars was interested. The Jets was interested. Oakland Raiders was interested. I believe the Patriots were interested. A lot of teams that had availability that coaching vacancy was available was looking at Ben Johnson. But after couple days ago, Ben Johnson decided to go to the Chicago Bears, which is, you know, is in the same division as the Detroit Lions and everything. So I think he got like a 6-year deal worth up to about $13 million a year. Like I say, he's one of the best offensive coordinators in the league. And, you know, and if you guys watch the Detroit Lions, you know, Detroit Lions last year, or the last couple of years, they've been the team to watch. And if you look, you know, this season, you know, all the major like primetime games, wherever Detroit Lions come on, Detroit used to be the most viewership because it's the offense. And why is the offense? Because of Ben Johnson. And now he's with the Chicago Bears. So go ahead, Ronnie, go ahead and play the clip of him coming into the Bears organization. And then after that, we'll chop it up.
Exactly where we wanted to be. It's exactly where we wanted to be.
Where we want you.
This is going to be a challenge. I'm well aware of that. I know what this division's about. And this is exactly where we want to be. We're going to go after this thing, and it's going to take all of us in this room. It's going to take this locker room. It's nothing more important than that locker room and us serving that locker room and those players. All right? They need to understand that. They need to feel that from us every single day. And if we do that, the wins are going to come. The playoffs are going to come. All right? Can't wait to get to know you guys. And thank you so much for...
So, yeah, Governor Ben Johnson, the last 3 years he was with the Detroit Lions, he led the offense in the league as in top 5 in the league. Last year, I mean, this previous year with the Lions, they had the best record in franchise history with 15-2. Detroit Lions, as also him being an offensive coordinator, they led the league in points. They ranked third in the most touchdowns scored in NFL history because of Ben Johnson. And also, in this offense, you have four players: Jameer Gibbs, David Montgomery, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and James Williams, which all had at least 1,000 scrimmage yards, which is running yards and passing yards combined. He had at least 4. I think that's the first time it happened in NFL history. And like I said, he was the hot commodity, and now the Bears got him. So go ahead, Ronnie, man. What's your take about the Chicago Bears' new head coach, Ben Johnson? Do you think that was the right move?
Yeah, I think it was the right move for them to get another coach because the previous coach they had before, he doesn't did a great job with all those weapons on the field. Now, my issue with the Bears is they always blame the coaching staff, but it's not always the coaching staff. To me, the Bears is just missing offensive alignment. Everything they have is great. Their defense played well last season. It's just their offensive alignment. They get a strong offensive alignment. I promise you, the Bears will be able to go far. Because at one point, the Bears was up during the regular season. It's just towards the end that's when they started tanking. So my thing is Ben Johnson understands the Bears and how the Bears organization run. He should be fine. But I think it's going to be the same result as it was last year. They're going to get another. They got another coach, and the coach going to end up getting fired because he don't. Because I don't know what's going on with the Bears. It just seems like they can never get it right. My friend is a Bears fan, so of course I'm gonna talk to him later about it. But they just can't get it right. One minute they're up, and when 1 minute they're down. So hopefully this time they did get it right and get that offensive lineman. That's it. Go right ahead, Akeem.
For me, I never really even considered the Bears. I just say they're just there, move them to the side. That's all, really. So them obtaining that, I'm gonna just go with what he said. You know what I mean? They got a couple things going for them, but they're just not in sync. I'm always go back to that football intelligence. You know what I mean? You got a lot of high priced children over there, high paid, high priced children. You know what I mean? So that's really all I got to say about it. Once they start falling back in love with the game, the Bears would be Super Bowl champions. Right now, the players are not in love with the game; they're in love with their paycheck.
Looking at the Chicago Bears, I don't like the Bears. They're in the same division as ours. Was I surprised that Ben Johnson took that? I was a little bit because I was here. He's going to take the Oakland Raiders job, but Ben Johnson. I heard that he does like Chicago. I don't know. I think he's from Chicago. I'm not 100% sure, but as him being an offensive genius, and I think the offense is going to be rocking ready to roll. Ronnie's 100% correct with this. When it comes to the draft, when it comes to the free agency, they need to build the offensive line to protect Caleb Williams. They definitely need to do that. They do have a young quarterback, Caleb Williams. He's very talented. They do have receivers. They got DJ Moore. They got Roma Duze, which they drafted last year, and also Keenan Allen, which they might resign. I still think they got DeAndre Swift, who is a running back who did play 1 year with Ben Johnson 2 years ago. Well, when DeAndre Swift used to be a Detroit Lion. So it's for me. Do I want them to win? Of course not. I want them to lose. They're in our division. I hope next year we beat them twice, and I hope we beat them down, especially as a Lions fan. But for Ben Johnson to get his money, I'm glad that he got his opportunity. He deserves it. He's been waiting for a couple of years for it. But when it comes to next year, Ben Johnson, when we see you twice a year as Lions fans, you're going down, sir. You ain't beating us. We won our divisions back to back, and in our division we the top dog. So come on, Ben Johnson, bring it. We're gonna see you next year.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss it when we go live. That's one of the issues with the Bears. The Bears can just get that offensive lineman. I promise you, there'll be a force. There'll be a force in Mecca with it because Caleb Williams. He got rid of his first season. I think he's gonna play ball next season.
And
So
Ronnie, he has to. You know why? Who's in the NFC Conference Champion? Who got second? Who got picked? Who got drafted number 2 right behind him? Jaden Daniels.
Jalen Daniels.
Jaden Daniels. And look, he in the NFC Championship game. He beat us. And if he beat the Philadelphia Eagles, I think he beat one of the first rookies.
Rookie, yeah, yep.
Go to the Super Bowl.
That is correct. He will be the first rookie in the Super Bowl.
So Caleb Williams have immense pressure because as him being the number 1 pick, and he see Jaden Daniels taking it so far, Caleb Williams has immense pressure next year. Without a doubt, he does.
Yes, and that's most definitely. And I have a shout out to the lovely Mimi, the co-host of the Shiesty Avenger, is in the building. She said, "Hey y'all, hey, happy Hump Day, Hakeem, Jordan, and Ronnie, the heart shape. Thank you so much, Mimi, for always coming through, showing us love and support. You know we love you over here, and we appreciate you." Not only that, but shout out to those also right now watching us on Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch, guys. Make sure you follow. It's so very important for you guys to follow so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to those watching us on Rumble and also X. We got right now 20 people right now watching us on X. And sorry for the people that were watching me on Facebook. Unfortunately, my Facebook side went off. I'm trying to get that resolved right now and see what's going on with that. So I'm having a technical issue on my Facebook side, but Hakeem, yours is still running. So That's good. Along yours still running. I don't know what's going on with my side. But that being said, the show must go on. Money. Ooh, man. Money. The money never stops. So, Jordan, what's going on with the money? What's going on with the cha-ching?
Let's talk about the money. Let's get into it. And we're going to talk about some goods that might be going up by February. So you guys don't know, once Trump got in office, he talked about, raising the tariffs for Canada and Mexico. I think China too. And he said he was going to raise it to 25%, meaning that when it comes to goods like clothing, shoes, and other accessibilities we get from other countries, you're going to see, if you go to certain stores, if you go to Old Navy, clothing stores, but by February 1st, you might see a slight increase in sales. And this is important to talk about because once people start shopping and everything, you say, well, why is everything so expensive? So like I said, what Trump trying to do, he's raising tariffs so we could buy more goods here in America as well. So other than that, Ronnie, go play from the clip. I got this from Fox Business. So go ahead and play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Let's bring in former Reagan economist Art Laffer. Art, it's always great to have you. I want to get your reflections on yesterday.
Thank you, Jackie.
The optimism that is out there in America right now, and some of the action that President Trump took. One of the things that he did was sign an executive order directing agencies to look into the high cost of living for many Americans. It's a cost of living crisis, but energy, the border, all of these things have economic ties as well.
Yeah, they sure do. And, looking at all these agencies and departments and all of that, making sure they stick on the mission, they're doing their things efficiently. They're not creating more problems than they're solving. I think that's just wonderful what he's doing. I mean, he put this under a sort of a label of cost of living, but it's really providing good services for the American people at low cost and doing it efficiently. And if you don't do your job, if you're not there, get the heck out of the way and go. I think the most beautiful one of all is the electric vehicle mandate. I mean, getting rid of that's so critical, and getting rid of the climate accord. As you probably know, Jackie, this country, we're doing a lot better with regard to climate emissions and all of that than the rest of the world, and yet we're the ones not in the accord. We shouldn't be. I mean, we really have done a great job on that on our own. And what Trump is doing on all of these regulations is, if you're not doing a good job on regulations, if you're causing more problems than you're creating, get out of the way and get them gone, and we'll get much more efficient and get rid of waste, abuse, fraud, misdirection, all of that. It's wonderful.
We got firm details yesterday, a 25% tariff on Mexico and Canada, we think starting February 1st. What do you think of it?
I will have to wait and see what happens. But I would imagine, just guessing, I don't know this, but that Mexico and Canada may not be that happy with that solution. So they may come down to Trump and talk to him about what can they do to avoid this tariff being put on them. And maybe, just maybe, they'll do something good for the U.S., keeping illegal aliens out of the country. Maybe they'll do something about reducing their tariffs on U.S. products going into their countries. There's a lot of things they can do. He's putting a lot of pressure on them to come down and talk to him about what they can do. And I think that's wonderful.
Well, he did lay out some of the things that he wants from them. So it's not like he just said, I'm going to throw tariffs on you. It's a little back and forth. But Art, here's another thing. I want to know what you think about this. So the president has been out there touting the External Revenue Service. That's kind of his way to collect money on the tariffs. And, I noted actually in his address yesterday, that one that did not get applause. A lot of them did. That one actually didn't. I'm curious if he's kind of testing that out. Do you want to see an External Revenue Service? Do you want to do it some other way?
Well, I hope it's replacing customs, not creating a new agency that's going to be like the IRS. I would not applaud it. Let's go back to 1913 when we put in the income tax. If Woodrow Wilson had given a speech saying, I'm going to put in the Internal Revenue Service, I would not have applauded back then if he'd said that, just for the record. I think creating more tax collection agencies is not the right thing, but replacing is fine. And I wish he'd use those 80,000 new IRS agents. And, if he doesn't fire all of them, any ones that he does keep them, put them on the external. That's fine with me. We need to collect revenues and customs, but I hope he's not increasing the overbearing authority and invasion of tax collectors on Americans. I just hope not. And I'm sure he's not. He dislikes them as much as I do.
Art, I want to bring it back to energy where we started, and I do agree with you on the Paris Climate Agreement. President Trump always says countries like China and India are not doing their part, and so why should we be bound to this? And I love going back to the history of it, because it was Obama who put us in, then Trump took us out, then Biden put us back in again, Trump's taking us out again. And my question to you is this: if he continues with executive orders to the magnitude that he has been doing it, do you worry that our golden age will be potentially in peril in 4 years because those executive orders just get reversed?
Well, maybe. I mean, we're always in peril. We're always in peril as to what can happen in 4 years from now. I mean, if we elect a bad president in 4 years from now and it does all, the future is very hard to control. I mean, it's really difficult. And what he's doing right now is setting the base so that after 4 years, we will be very, very prosperous. Yeah. And I can't tell you what's going to happen after that. But I don't think his executive orders hurts the future of the U.S. I think it really helps the future of the U.S. And the more he does, the better off he is. And the more we win, the better off we're going to be as a country in the future.
What he's doing is setting
up
a terrific bench of young Republican leaders that he can pass the torch to as well. Art, great to see you. Thank you.
Yeah, well, great to see you. I like old people, too. Now, don't ever forget about people like me.
So we will see an increase of tariffs of 25% by February. So you might see some goods going up in price. So I'm starting with you, Ronnie. What you see Trump? Why you believe he's raising tariffs up, and what's his long-term plan?
Now, but shout out to those also right now watching on my Facebook side. I got it up and running. Shout out to the lovely Bobby Bryan that's also in the building. She watching it on my side. Barbie, great to see you, and shout out to Hustle and Muscle right now watching us on IG. So pretty much, Trump, like I told you, we living in the golden era where there's gonna be a lot of opportunity. So a lot of economists right now are very optimistic when it comes to Trump. They're happy that he's in office, but some of them are still wondering what he's gonna do, because right now he's focused right now on the prescription drugs. Right now, me and my family was just talking about it, the prescription drugs, how he's trying to find a better result when it comes to that, because Biden lowered the prescription drugs, but then now Trump got to put in an executive order to get rid of Biden lowering the prescription drugs. So I was pretty much telling my family members the reason why he probably got rid of it is because he probably saw something within the loophole within the Biden lowering the prescription drugs. So everybody are very optimistic. That's why I keep telling people there's going to be a lot more jobs, a lot more opportunity, because Trump is a businessman. So he understand. Like you saw how he was talking about that situation with TikTok. They do a 50-50. Like his mind is on business, and the United States is built on business. So let's just be hopeful. We got 4 years of his term, and within this 4 years, hopefully something great will come out of it. Go right ahead.
Um, I said this. A lot of people did not like what I said. I said he's going to come in here and move and shake and bake. He's already setting it off, ruffled a lot of feathers, but there's things that he's focusing on that I didn't hear in the last administration. Why would he put in executive orders to focus on how the economy is doing and what we're spending? Why didn't the last administration do that? He's going to start trimming up the fat to see where we're spending and start getting rid of stuff. So the next 4 years is going to set a precedent for, for how the future is going to look. I can see this. I can see a lot of people who was Democrats flipping red after these 4 years. I could see that. I could see a lot of people going over to being conservative. To see how he's handling his administration. A lot of us did not like the former administration, the way they handled it, but we dealt with it and we was pacified. So now it's time to see what's going to happen.
Well, I'm looking at the tariffs right now, where he's raising now. I think he's trying to make stress like with Mexico and Canada. If it happens to be February, maybe maybe he's trying to have Mexico and Canada give him the squeal a little bit so he can talk. So, because I'm thinking like Trump is, like I said, Trump, he'll do it to everybody. Like as a businessman, when it comes to that, he, like I said, he wants something. He wants like a piece of the pie. So if he's doing this in Mexico and Canada, and he'll be successful with it, he definitely gonna go to China and see see the probably raise the tariffs on them and probably get a piece of the pie from China as well. So, like I said, Trump has been a businessman for a long, long time, and he's taken a very direct approach to say, hey, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna raise it up right now. Even though it might hurt our pockets a little bit. But as long as we know, we talk about, we know, say, okay, this is, why some of these goods are, going up, in these certain areas, around clothing stores and everything. It's because, we're to buy more American stuff and make, the other countries kind of squeal and try to get a piece of the pie and everything, which I totally get and everything. So, if it, like I said, we just have to see if it's going to work or not and everything. If it works, long term it's gonna look good. If it doesn't work, short term it's not gonna look so well. So we'll just see by February 1st, because like I said, we're talking right now, but by next week or so, it might change. So we'll see.
Yep, we will see. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to the 20 people right now watching us on X. Greatly appreciate you guys. Shout out to the 3 people right now watching us on Rumble. And shout out to those who are watching us on Instagram, Facebook. You already know Twitch, and also Kick. Guys, don't be afraid to comment. Let us know that you are in the building. That being said, hip hop. Yes, this is my favorite topic. Hip hop. What's going on in the hip hop world, Jordan?
Let's go to hip hop world. Let's talk about young MA. She finally came out and she talked, and talk about her health update, her health update. So a lot of people don't know, young MIA has been quiet the last few years because she had like alcohol problems and was so messed up that it definitely affected her health. I remember probably a year or two ago when she went viral, where somebody was like giving her a shape up, and her eyes was yellow and everything, and and we saw that. Usually you'll have like it could be caused by jaundice, or also you could have severe alcohol issues, which could cause your body to be something like that. So right now, young MIA looks well. I don't know if she's gonna come back out rapping anytime soon. That I haven't seen anything, like looked up anything that she's gonna come back, out with an album or doing an EP or anything like that. But other than that, go ahead, Ronnie, play the clip of young MIA, and right now she's looking nice and healthy.
healthy journey, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Don't get me wrong, like, nah, don't get me wrong, like, you know, I dip and dab, like, as far as, like, cool, like, when I drink, it's not, like, I'm not doing the Henny bottles to the, none of that. That's a dub. Like, bottles to the head and all that shit, no, I ain't do that in years. Cool little drink or two for occasions, yeah. I don't do what I used to do. I be cooling. I promise you. I'm not on that no more. I'm older now, man. You know what I mean? More, it's different now. I feel like a lot of my supporters now is at that age too, where all that trying to be like a bunch of bottles and drinking this shit, that shit is not it, bro. It's not it. I used to do that. I was young. I was in my 20s, man. You feel me? I'm not doing that. That shit's not it, bro. That shit ain't do no good for me. I'm gonna keep it a stat. But that's something y'all gonna hear that.
So, think it looks like young MA is definitely helps approach because it looks like I said, if you have alcoholism and it really can take your body, you could definitely lose your life and everything. And she took it seriously. She was out of the game for a couple of years. For working serious about her health, and now she's doing better. And then we heard at the end that she might come out of the project real soon. So go ahead, Kim, and what's your take? How young MA really take care of her health, and hopefully we might see her come out pretty soon. Hopefully in 2025.
Thank Jesus that she caught it in time. A lot of people don't, and we've seen this in the past. R.I.P. Rich Homie Quan, Jimi Hendrix. The list goes on. For some reason, a lot of people are self-medicating on drugs in the industry. I never been one of that. You know what I'm trying to say? That's never been me. But it's good to see her to do that. Musically, I never thought she was good musically. You know what I mean? Her music doesn't resonate with a lot of people, but she is somewhat of a good person. You know what I mean? And I'm happy for her.
Me too. Me too. I'm happy for her as well. I think like people fail to realize. I always tell people, being a content creator, being an entertainer, or even being an artist is a lot of hard work. Sometimes they need that energy. Sometimes they need that potent, which is alcohol, and sometimes they use drugs. But it seems like when they get consumed by it, it really do a turn point in their life. Especially alcoholism. That's one of the strongest addiction in America. In America. So to see her try and overcome it, trying to do better for herself. And now you can see she actually slimmed down because she used to be bigger. So you saw like she lost weight. It is a great journey to see that within her. And I think she got a lot of more work to do because that's gonna be a journey, that's gonna be a fight, especially when you hang around people that smoke and drink. It's gonna be a challenge for her, but she just gotta stay focused on her goal and make sure she do things right and live the right way that she's supposed to be living. But shout out to her, man. Young MA. Go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's like I say, it's lucky. Like I said, Hakeem said that she caught it early and really took the time off to really focus on her health. Have because like I say, she probably had alcohol withdrawal. With that could be crazy on your body. Learning how to eat right. Learning how to just to live life as healthy as you possibly can, and just to see her doing that, taking it seriously. It's a big thing because you said it right on top, Ronnie. Like you in the game, you have all this energy, drugs, alcohol, you consume it, and then you overconsume it, and it can take over your life. It can take over your life in the worst way. You can lose family, or you can lose your life. So I'm glad that she really took a time off to fix what she needed to be fixed, and hopefully in 2025 she'll come out banging because we be waiting for you, young MA. We have there's a lot of females rapping, but I think you coming out hard, you gonna be up there, young MA. So shout out to her.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to everybody that's watching all across the board. Shout out to Chaz Focus right now watching us on Instagram. Shout out to God is Forever right now watching us on Instagram. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to Nightish, the greatest show in the morning, early in the morning. We need a lot of laughs, a lot of laughter. to get you out throughout your day, especially if you work overnight. Now this is the show to be at. I'll be over there, even though I don't comment in the chat, but I'll be listening. Give me some energy while I'm at
Yes,
work.
sir.
And I would have a shout out to the Sugar Bum that's also in the building. Also, Why High, who's also in the building. Thank you guys so much for being here. The link is pinned on top of the chat, guys, because it is Panel Wednesday. We give you guys the opportunity to come on the panel and deep dive with us as we deep dive to different variety of topic. That being said, go right ahead, Jordan. Do your thing.
All right, let's start it out for this first topic. Let's talk about Sexy Red. So during the Martin Luther King Day, if you guys didn't know, go ahead, Ronnie, show the picture. So Sexy Red made an AI picture of her and Dr. Martin Luther King dancing with each other. And so one of Martin Luther King's daughters saw this and she thought it was distasteful. And what she said was, she said, please don't project your thoughts onto me. I don't believe Sexy Red to be a degenerate, ghetto, or trash. But I know Hakeem will say something about that. I have spoken out in the past about the use of and comparison to either of my parents and to other people. I just don't understand this type of use of my father's image on Martin Luther King Day in a way that does not convey what we know to be true about his service and sacrifice. Even if you disagree with him or with his tactics, even things said about him by people who hated him, why do this? And then she also said that this is distasteful, dishonoring, deplorable, and disrespectful to my family and my father, who is not here to respond for himself because he was assassinated for working for your civil and human rights and to end war and poverty. And she said, peace elite. And so Sexy Red, she did coming back. She said, you're not wrong. Never meant to disrespect your family. My apologies. Just reposted something I saw that I thought it was innocent. Hakeem, I'm going to pass the baton to you. Do you think Sexy Red did it because, she thought it was innocent, or she did it because to get some views and some viral moments? Oh,
You muted, Hakeem.
You muted.
There's somebody with a high school education. Since her inception in the game, she has never showed no decorum. I can't imagine her respecting any of our heroes. I've never heard her spoke about any of our heroes. That what she did aligns with the debauchery, dysfunction that she promotes. Now, mind you, anybody posting Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, listen, when Nikki used Malcolm as her cover, very disrespectful, especially for somebody who was in the nation and who he has fought as well. So when I see entertainers, I don't take them seriously. My stance has always been the same. But here's the thing. Me commenting don't mean nothing. The first thing a free person would attack me is you broke. You don't got more money than her. Why you hating? You hating on women. You hating on women's rights. You hating on us being on top. Modesty is modesty. And being and having some decorum is decorum, basically.
Now, to me, I don't think Sexy Red was being disrespectful to Martin Luther King. I think she was just responding to the AI picture. So I kind of is with Sexy Red on that. Normally, I don't agree with certain things Sexy Red does, but this one right here, I think she was just responding to the to the picture and making a joke out of it. And she ain't taking nothing by it because we live in a generation where there is AI. People are using AI photos, so she just wanted to she's a hot commodity right now, so she's gonna have fun with it. But I think Martin Luther King daughter need to be understand if you're finna attack one person, you gotta attack everybody. So there's other people also doing mean Martin Luther King. She have not saying the same comment. That's why I agree with Sugar Bun. And normally I don't agree with Sugar Bun, but I agree with Sugar Bun in the chat. If you finna attack her, attack other people as well. Don't just be like, oh, I'm just gonna attack this one individual because she's hot. No, attack other people that's making the same fun of Martin Luther King right now. Like there's other people that saying Martin Luther King cheating on his wife. Martin Luther King dated a white woman. So you gotta attack those people as well. Don't just focus on just one woman. But I think she's just picking on Sexy Red because hell, everybody picks on Sexy Red. Go right ahead, Jordan.
For me, looking at the picture, y'all, I thought it would have been worse. I thought she could have put a picture of B twerking on him. She didn't even do that. So I'll give Sexy Red a little praise because I thought it would have been worse. But according to Bernice King, you know, she didn't like it, and she kindly said, "Hey, I do not like this. Please take it down." Which Sexy Red did, and she said, "You know, I've been trying to be innocent. No worries." And she took it down and everything. So, yeah, I kind of agree with Sugar Bum and you, Ronnie. You know, it like I said, it wasn't that to me. It wasn't that bad. It was this whole Sexy Red holding Martin Luther King. You know, it could have been worse because Sexy Red could have been twerking on him. It would have been AI like that. So, you know, but like I said, according to Bernice King, you know, just take it down, forget about it and everything, which is fine. You know, if the family has something to say about it, they don't like it. Sexy Red did respect the wishes, and she took it down. She didn't go attack them. She just said, "Hey, I was trying to have fun. Why can't I keep it on there?" She just said, "You know what? I'm sorry. My apologies. I'll take it down." And she took it down. Simple as that.
Go ahead, King.
Let me tell you something. Have fun with your mama, not with Martin Luther King. These are not the persons to play with. These are not the persons to play games with. Because let me tell you something. Play with the Prophet Muhammad and see if machine guns don't get blazed up.
But she's not the one that. But she's not the one that. But she's not the one that created the meme. Somebody else created the meme. She would just
you're right then.
comment to the meme.
Here's the thing. She's the one with the most visibility. Why share it? You the one going to get blamed the most. I'm telling you right now, we need to take our heroes seriously the way them other people do. Play with the Prophet Muhammad and see if them Arabs don't come with machine guns. Bro, they crashing out on everything. The Asians, the Cambodians, even the Jews. Play with Judaism. They will make us disappear. I need us to have that same energy with Martin Luther King. I'm sliding on people who playing with King or playing with Malcolm.
Yeah, people, let us know what you think in the comments. You know, Sugar Bomb, and she ain't holding back. She just say it feel like bullying, and I think so too. I think they bully Sexy Red because she's just someone easy to pick on. Cause they know Sexy Red, you know, she's one of them girls. You know, you grew up in the hood with, you know, that's one of the girls that people normally make fun of. So that's what they do. They making fun of her. Yes, Sugar Bomb. Yeah, they are. They're making fun of her over a meme. That's what it is. It's over a meme. And mind you, there's other memes out there with Martin Luther King in. I've seen it. Martin Luther King with the grill, Martin Luther King with a white woman. There's a lot of memes, but it's just Sexy Red is easy to pick on. Go ahead.
Also, the meme a couple years ago, they had him, Barack, and a few other Beckham Max, and they was playing a dice game too, but they ain't say nothing about that.
Of course. Okay. It's just like Sexy Red is easy to pick on. Go ahead.
She said over a meme. That's the problem, Sugar Bum. I get where you're coming from. We're very black people are very lackadaisy about stuff. I get it. The other races are not. They're sliding. I'm trying to tell you. I've seen people get punched in their mouth by that Prophet Muhammad. I've seen people get punched in their mouth. We disrespect our leaders so everybody can do it. Sexy Red being African American and Martin Luther King being the pinnacle of that for Black Americans. That's not the person you play with.
And I was gonna say, the thing is, Hakeem, it wasn't like a black man who dressed her. It was a woman. It was a woman family that dressed her too. So, I mean,
yeah.
Like I said, I think, you know, when you, like I said, Bernice King came out with grace. She didn't attack Sexy Red or anything like that. She said, "Hey, I don't like it. Put it down." And I think if you talk that way, or you know, send tweets like that, and you know. And if Sexy Red did do that, okay, cool. I think we can you know, prove on that. But if a man says something like that, they said we're attacking.
So a black woman did it. You see, the black man didn't say nothing. We ain't say nothing about it. It was just a
No, no,
black
no.
woman. That's her father. She had the right to speak on it. And I don't think she's wrong. I don't think Bernice King is wrong at all.
I don't know.
But to me, just keep it fair all across the board. If you're finna attack one
Yeah.
person, attack them all. Like, share, subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to those that are watching us right now on Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch. Guys, make sure you follow. So very important for you guys to follow so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to those watching us on Rumble and also on X. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And don't be afraid, guys, to hit that link and join the panel with us as we deep dive to different varieties topics. Go right ahead, Jordan.
Okay, on to the next topic. Let's talk about former Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms. So, as soon as Trump took over office, she stepped down as she formally stepped down as the President Biden Expo Council. So, and here's the thing. So, according to Keisha Lance Bottoms, she said she stepped down, but according to Donald Trump, she said she fired her immediately. So it's like I said, so people are, so I think Trump's trying to lean on that. I fired her instantly, but according to the docs, Keisha Lance Bottoms did, step down as an expo counsel. I mean, I think y'all believe, as soon as Trump come in office, he was going to resign anyways. But according to Trump, he said he fired her ASAP. So who do we believe? So go ahead, Ronnie, play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Right now at noon, President Donald Trump is cleaning house to make room for his new administration, and that now includes former Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms. In a post on his Truth social media account, Mr. Trump said Bottoms is fired from the President's Export Council. The president says his office is removing thousands of presidential appointees from the Biden-Harris administration who don't align with his vision. Bottoms was, of course, a senior advisor on former President Joe Biden's re-election campaign, but she responded to Trump, saying in part, and I quote, "My resignation from the President's Export Council was submitted January 4th, effective yesterday. You can't fire someone who is already."
So we kind of knew that, when Trump comes to office, anybody that, that was, in Biden's cabinet, that was going to switch off immediately. And I think Keisha Bottoms knew, it's like, since Trump's gonna be in office regardless, I'm gonna put in my 2 weeks, 3 weeks notice immediately before I went and everything. So my question to you, Ronnie, do you think, Trump wanted to have that power to say that she was fired, or do you? That's why you want to fire everybody instead of Keisha would say, "Hey, I'm just gonna leave because I know you're gonna be in office anyways."
I'm gonna be honest with you. I know this also is a political ploy, but I think Trump was the one that fired her. I'm just being honest because a lot of people believe Trump was already running things before he even got voted into office. So saying I resign, her stepping down, it's just for the media. But I think he fired her because Trump is on the rampage. He was going out. He was pretty much going after her, and he was going after Dr. Anthony Fauci. Anthony Fauci. That's why Biden pardoned Anthony Fauci because he knew Trump was going after him as well because those two people was doing a terrible job under the Biden administration. So you don't want him fully coming into office and knowing that there's still effery going around the camp. So I think him coming into office, she panicked and then she knew she was gonna get fired, or that pretty much I think he fired her anyway. But she's gonna make it seem like she just resigned. But I think he was coming after her anyway because of the fact because he didn't like the things she was doing, of course, in Atlanta, and of course he didn't like the things she was doing under the Biden administration. So Trump is cleaning house, and he's not gonna stop there. He got more work to do because he's gonna make sure he's gonna do everything Biden has done in those last 4 terms. Go right ahead.
Let me tell you something. I love Trump because Trump exhibits the same type of what a real American do. Go after your enemies and those who oppose you. He would not be American if he wasn't doing what he do. A lot of traditional politicians play games and they play in our face and they pacify it. I need straight shooters. I need to know who I'm dealing with. I need to know who's my adversaries. As soon as he got in office, he revoked the licenses of everybody who was behind that Hunter Biden stuff. He's not playing games. Y'all might say he's crooked. Yes, everybody's crooked in the United States of America. But I love me a person who don't sugarcoat it and tell you in your face.
Shout out to the lovely Sherry Bryan, that's also in the building. Hey, handsome family. Hey,
Baby
gorgeous.
brown, brown, driving me wild.
Yeah, Hakeem, you do have a point. Like I said, the people that was going against some Democrats or also that was in the Republican Party. He's in office now, and he's going to wipe out everybody that he sees. And the thing is, I know everybody saw this, how, in the inauguration, how, he had powerful people in there, like billionaires, as in, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, and a few others. So, and it shows you how, we have presidential power, when it comes to America, you see how billionaires will come to the president like Trump, and really say, hey, be cool with them and everything. So when it comes to their company, when they need money, Trump, can give it to him and everything. So as the president, I as long as I've been alive, when it comes to power, the president I saw they used the most power, how to use the power was Donald Trump. I never see Joe Biden really use it like that. Barack, not really like that. Bill Clinton or George W. Bush like that. But with Trump coming in office, he used that presidential power as he should, especially when it comes with these when it comes to Putin. I remember last time he was in term, him and Kim Jong-un was going at it. But Trump, he was gangster. He said, you come fire at us, come do it and see what happened. And Kim Jong-un was quiet after that. And so now when it comes to him and Putin and everything, hey, he's telling Putin, say, stop immediately, or we gotta take to the next step and everything. So as like I said, as you can see, he's cleaning the house in the White House and everything. And and like I said, that's what you're supposed to do and everything. But like I said, you'll see how, like I said, we will compare Trump's, with his second term and his first term of, did he did a better job in his first term, or did he did a better or good job in his first term or a second term? So we'll just see in the second term how it's gonna go.
Yep, we just gonna see. I remember it's only day 3 of him being in office. Like I said, he had a lot of work to do because Biden did a lot of mess. He just did. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to everybody that's watching us in the building. Go right ahead, Jordan.
All right, let's get on to the next topic. So let's talk about this woman. So this woman broke up with her man after the new Instagram update shows he likes other girls' pics and videos. So if you guys don't know what I'll talk about, so there's a new updated Instagram did. If you go down to Reels, if you go like to your right screens, you'll see like your followers or your friends. They have hearts, and there you go, and they like they like Reels, and then you can see what your people that you follow, your friends, like and everything. So what this woman did, he saw that her boyfriend was liking see the little like button, and he was seeing that he was liking other girls' reels and everything, and then she got upset about it, and she broke up with him, and she broke up with him immediately, which I thought was funny. So go ahead, Ronnie, play the clip, and after that we'll chat about some more.
Seen a new update on Instagram? I'm not talking about the rectangles. I'm talking about if you're scrolling on Reels, it'll pop up in the corner. It'll show like your friends, like your mutuals profile pictures, and then a heart next to it, and you click on it and it shows you all the Reels that your mutuals are liking. And why? Some boy I used to talk to, I don't talk to him no more, but he be trying to hit me up, and he liking videos of a snow bunny shaking her ass, multiple. I knew he was a boy. I knew it. But this is crazy. You're about to get people in trouble. Watch out what you like on Instagram, because now they showing you.
Yeah, I kind of knew this was coming because as you can see, you know, if you click on if you like scroll on other people's pages and everything, you like let's say like OnlyFans model or IG model, you can see that you know maybe other your friends that follows them, you can see that who follows them and everything. So now Instagram put more of an update. So we go on Reels, you click that little link and you can see yeah, and you can see that with your other friends are following. So now it looks like we've fresh relationships and maybe marriage and everything because if your spouse, you know, if you see your spouse liking something, you see it scroll down liking stuff and everything. For some women that insecure, that's insecure about that, it's going to cause serious problems in their relationships. Meaning they might get break up because you might be surprised that you know the person might like another race or Instagram model that you didn't never know about, somebody Asian, all that type of stuff. It just might cause some problems, and then she's just talking about it right now. So go ahead, Roddy. I mean, no, you, Hakeem. Do you feel like with this new update on Instagram, it's going to cause a lot of problems with relationships and marriage?
I just updated right now so I could see the exact picture.
Oh yeah, you didn't know that, Hakeem?
I
Yeah,
didn't
that's a
know
new
there was an
update. Yeah,
update
Yeah,
that's
new
a
feature.
new
update.
feature.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So here's the thing. I'll be very quick about this. This I love that they did this update. It now shows his ego. Why are you mad that somebody's liking a picture? Women are very ego driven and selfish at the end of the day. They need you all to themselves. Even something as harmless as a picture will get somebody to an egomaniac. Ladies, if he's liking a big butt, is it a problem and you got a flat one? Well, no
What?
need.
Hey,
But no. Why you afraid? Women do the same thing too. They be liking men's photos. What you mean? It's not just men liking women with big butt.
It's
There's women that like man's photos, or when a man do a commentary, or a man do a reel and talk about relationship, like Derek Jackson, like, oh, man should do this, man should do that. You see women liking it too. So of course it's gonna bring it. See, people gotta feel like social media world is not supposed to be taken seriously. It's not. It's supposed to be fun and entertaining. So if you a woman, you insecure about your man liking someone shaking it, then hell, you need to start shaking it for him. You know what I'm saying? You're not shaking it for him. That's why you liking someone else shaking it. There's some women too that like women shaking it as well. So you think the man gonna get upset like, damn, a dog baby, I saw you liking a woman's status, I was shaking it. He gonna be like, yeah, I ain't know you was that type of freaky like that. That's all it is. I think it's nothing to be taken seriously. I think it's only when you insecure, like Jordan said, then that one you're gonna bring problems in the relationship. But to me, I don't really care. Right now, I can see my girl liking someone's comment. That don't really phase me. And she probably can see me when I like somebody's comment because it don't phase her because she's a strong black woman. That's how it is. You just gotta be strong in your relationship. Go right ahead, Jordan.
yeah, I feel like you know with the Instagram update is I definitely feel it can definitely cause some insecure women that are insecure to break up in a long term or short term relationships and everything. And to me, it's like it shouldn't be a surprise or shock that if your spouse, man or woman, likes something that he sees, and probably never gonna get it and everything. But for some people, they like I say, they get you know insecure, and you know they probably you know wait for someone on the phone and say, wait a minute, what are you liking this for? What is this? You liking this? You liking women shaking butt and everything? You liking this? Why you liking this for? And be like, oh well, you know, well I hate it on the accident. No, you didn't. You like it. Why you need to tell me all this and everything? So yeah, man. Or it could be a good thing if your spouse found out you liking this stuff, and he would say, wait, what? Hey, I didn't know you like this stuff. Why you didn't tell me and everything? Oh, I didn't know. I thought you know you didn't like that type of stuff. So for some spouses that you know they don't get insecure, they might just pass whatever and everything. But people that are insecure, I'm telling you, better watch yourself. You better not sure you hit the double tap button because they're gonna get you in trouble. Because some people when they scroll down, they might hit a double tap and don't mean to. You know, they be like, oh, you know, they forget, or they double tap. Like, oh, let me untap it again, and it happens and everything. So yeah, man. Uh, Especially for the man, watch out. You know, if you scroll down because if you got a woman that's insecure, you're gonna be in trouble for sure.
Hakeem, you're not gonna judge Sugar Bun. Sugar Bun say I can't act like man don't get jealous over Facebook or IG.
No, we don't get jealous. Now what?
You know that's cap, right? That's a huge cap. But I think there's some men that's insecure. They're insecure.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to social media, it's very dangerous. But her breaking up with her dude, to me, that ain't making no sense. I think she been wanting to break up the dude. She just found a reason to break up with him. She found the right reason. Oh, you like another woman shaking it? Baby, it's over. She been was done with the relationship.
And the thing is, like,
that's what it was.
It's not like you send them a DM when they send you a DM. It's not nothing like that. It's just you just liking the photo or not. Now, if it comes to sending DMs and stuff, okay, now that's something.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to Jordan's wife, Zakia, watching us right now on Instagram. Thank you so much for being here, Mrs. Chaos. Thank you so much for being here. Guys, we're about to get ready to hit the 1 hour mark. We already know we're going to talk about Michelle Obama. Now, we did put a poll in the chat, which pretty much telling you guys, was Michelle Obama right for not showing up on Trump's inauguration day? So there's a poll in the chat like right now. Let me see where the poll is at actually right now. I don't know. Can you guys see the poll numbers? Hold on, give me 1 second. I think everybody said she was right. I think it was like 80% said she was right, and I think 20% said she was wrong for showing up. So guys, make sure you do that poll. It's in the YouTube, guys. It's not in the other platform, but it's in the YouTube. So guys, come over here on YouTube and make sure you vote before the show is out, because we're gonna tally up the votes and let you guys know like was she wrong or not. So that being said, go ahead, Jordan. The main topic of the show. Do your thing, big dog.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So, like I said, the inauguration passed, and we all know, Michelle Obama put a tweet out that she stopped, she stopped gonna come to the inauguration. For what reason, we don't know. We don't know if she was sick, but we can all feel, she does, Michelle Obama, she doesn't like really like politics like that, nor she likes Donald Trump. So, and now, after the inauguration, it was really buzzing about, what's really going on with Barack Obama, with Michelle Obama and everything. Because usually reporting stuff like this, especially as a former president, your wife should be there to support you. Not to support Donald Trump, but support you as being a former president. We saw that with Bill Clinton and Hillary. We saw that with George W. Bush and Barbara. We even saw that with Donald Trump and Melania Trump. Even though low key, we don't think Melania and Donald Trump was having sex like that. And you can see that when Trump was like give her a kiss on the lips, she turned around, give her on the cheeks and everything. Donald Trump gave her a kiss on the cheek and everything. So we kind of know that Melania, she's gonna be in there, but we don't think they're having sexual relations. But with Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, there's been spurs or rounds of maybe they might be getting a divorce allegedly. We don't know. Because of seeing stuff like this, and also Barack Obama, and for some people it shows that Barack Obama is being kind of weak, because it's kind of shows that your wife can do what the hell she's want to do, and as a man, when it comes to anything, if you like the person, you dislike the person, you hate the person, you love the person, whatever, you stand 10 goes down with your man wherever you go. But according to Michelle Obama, which we didn't get any information on why she didn't come, if she was sick, okay, fine, okay, we apologize. But like I said, there was no information on what she was saying. I think she was in another state. I think she was in Hawaii or something like that. But it just showed, and people just break it down and show concerns like, when it comes to, as a former president and being the first lady and stuff like this, you're supposed to show up. Now, mind to tell you, when Joe Biden has the inauguration, Donald Trump or Melania wasn't there. But the thing is, they both didn't show up. It wasn't like Melania Trump went and Donald Trump went, or if Donald Trump went and Melania Trump went. They both didn't went. So they both agreed to not to go. But it comes to Trump's inauguration, one decided to go and one did not decide to go. And, for most people's eyes, it doesn't look good whatsoever, especially in a marriage like that. With that being said, Ronnie, go ahead and play the clip, and then after that, we'll chop it up.
The polls say right now we have 71% say yes, 29% says no.
Michelle Obama is focusing on giving back. On the day of Donald Trump's presidential inauguration, the former First Lady is not in Washington, D.C., alongside her husband, former President Barack Obama, as President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris hand over the reins to Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance. Instead, Michelle is focusing on commemorating Martin Luther King Jr. Day, which this year has fallen on the same day as the inauguration. The 61-year-old writes alongside a picture of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., "The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy of service always inspires me. This MLK Day, I hope you'll join me in when we all vote in honoring Dr. King's life and legacy by getting involved in your community. Whether you're mentoring students at your local school or volunteering for a cause that matters to you, it all helps make a difference. Tell me how you're giving back today." Accompanying her caption, Michelle shares a graphic of the late activist, which includes a quote reading, "The time is always right to do what is right." The presidential inauguration is the second official event the 44th President Barack Obama has recently attended alone. Following the death of former President Jimmy Carter on December 29th, Michelle was absent from his funeral on January 9th. As a CNN correspondent reported amid the service about Michelle, quote, "I'm told by her advisor she had scheduling conflicts. She's still in Hawaii." And despite not attending, Michelle still shared a message of support to former President Trump following his death. As the Obamas wrote in a joint social media statement on December 29th, President Carter taught all of us what it means to live a life of grace, dignity, justice, and service. Michelle and I send our thoughts and prayers to the Carter family and everyone who loved and learned from this remarkable man.
So yeah, so not being at Jimmy Carter's funeral, which that was unscheduled, so we get that, but also not being the inauguration, it raises questions when it comes to their marriage and everything of not being there, and it shows that what Michelle can do, she can do whatever she want to do, and if Brock want to say something, it's like she's not going to do nothing like that. So, and I heard Barack Obama saying this. This was years ago about Michelle's going to do what she's want to do, and now I think about it right now. It's like, oh, okay. Kind of think about, okay, Barack, what's up with you, man? Where your girl at, man? What's really going on in this marriage? So go ahead, Hakeem. What's your take? Of how you see Michelle Obama kind of really doing what she's want to do, because he really had put an explanation down, and it just spurs rumors like, yeah, what's really going on in this marriage?
You muted.
Any woman who moves independent of her man doesn't respect her man.
Facts.
Her actions show that she's moving autonomously. She's not in a marriage. If you move independently, you don't need to be with nobody. You should just be by yourself, because your actions would also present that we should not respect the man. I know women want to be higher than a man. I have no problem. You just can't be adjunct to a man who means business. Obama has always been considered a beta man. They always try to uplift Michelle over him. I've seen this his whole tenure. And him himself had put her before him, even when it doesn't need to be. Your woman matters and is a factor, but you are a man at the end of the day. Most women do not respect pansy. What I seen, her actions, scheduling conflict, you got your own life, baby. My bad. Stay over there. Let me stay over here. And this is why when we start judging women based on culture and based on that, what Becky had done that with Ahmoud, Rashida, with Karishma, because Karishma was next to J.D. Vance, and all the white girls who's married to these white boys was there at attendance. This just shows that black men and black women are dysfunctional, and we can't get along, even at that highest level. And he half white.
Now there's rumor right now that Michelle Obama and Barack Obama is having marital issues right now, so that's why she haven't been showing up in all these events. Now, it clearly can see that because number one, why are you in Hawaii while your husband's over there in Jimmy Carter funeral? Don't make any sense. And now that it's Trump's inauguration, you didn't show up for that, but then your husband showed up, and he walked out by himself. That's one thing a woman should never do. Never let a man walk out by himself, especially when a high event like that. That is one of the biggest events for anybody to attend, and for her not to be there by the side of her man is ridiculous. And remember, them two are the patriotic, what they would say is the image of black man and black woman. There's a handsome black man that's very intelligent, and then you have also a gorgeous woman that's also intelligent. But yet you got your husband out there looking like a darn fool. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's foolish. She need to be ashamed of herself. Now I understand it was MLK Day, respect. The inauguration was on the same day as MLK. To me, it didn't make any sense. But I get it. It always been like that. It always been on the 20th. But at the same time, this it's not a good look for both parties, men and women. It's not a good look. At some point, especially black men and black women, at some point we gotta stop with this foolishness and come together and say, hey, we're gonna work things out, let it work out. Or if you have issues, don't make it noticeable. Like they making things noticeable all across the board. It's ridiculous, man. Go right ahead, Jordan.
Exactly. And let's talk about Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton. We all know Bill Clinton did so much embarrassing things to Hillary Clinton for the past, since he's been in politics. But at the end of the day, when it comes to important stuff, is she there, Hakeem and Ronnie? All the time.
Yeah.
I remember, I don't know if it was Joe Biden's or Barack's or Donald Trump's inauguration. I can't remember what it was, but it showed like it showed that Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton, like it looks like Bill Clinton was looking at somebody, like he's looking at a woman, and he was looking, like staring, and Hillary Clinton was like this too, like what are you looking at? And he kept looking like he's looking at another woman or something like that. And also I remember Bill Clinton when he was at Richard Franklin's funeral. And then when Ariana Grande came out, he started smiling at cheesy. He started smiling at cheesy and everything, knowing that he was burying Hillary Clinton. But at the end of the day, Hillary Clinton showed up all the time, standing by her man. So when Michelle's not doing, it's just like it's to me, it's as being a married man, it's really not a good look. It's really not a good look. She should have been there. I know you don't like Trump. I know you don't like politics. I know you want to celebrate Martin Luther King. I get all that. But at the end of the day, with stuff like this, and your man is there, you have to be there because people gonna start talking like, what is going on? And don't be surprised that if we hear more rumblings, because the tabloids and TMZ, they're gonna talk about it in the next 4 or 5 years. Like, yo, what's going on in his marriage and everything. So it's to me it's really not it's not a good look. I'm just gonna say it right now. But I mean, for some people they think it's okay. I mean, I get it. You don't like Trump and everything. I would do the same thing. I would not be there and everything. But when it comes to politics, if you don't be there, people gonna start talking, and people will continue to talk. So if we see more of this, like stuff like this, especially if Trump's in turn and Barack's been vice aware and Michelle's not going to be there, it's going to be more stuff talking about. More and more stuff talking about. So, yo, what's really going on in this marriage?
Go ahead, guys. I don't know y'all want to answer the question from the lovely Supreme God's PhD, but why didn't she skip the event and go with him? Go with her.
I mean, she put out a tweet. I mean, she really make it clear about why she wasn't there and everything. I was trying to find out why she wasn't there, like looking up research, and we couldn't find everything. Couldn't find nothing. She just said,
No, but PhD was asking why didn't he skip the event and go with her? So
because
I think he's the man. The woman's supposed to follow the man. That's what I thought.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because he said he's a former president. He's supposed to be there.
Yes, PhD, but people gonna talk anyway. But at the same time, you had a big event like that, or the inauguration of the president, and you got your husband walking out there by himself. It's not a good look at all.
Especially being
Period.
a former president, people gonna talk.
It's the same way. It was the same way if I'm going, because you know me, I'm aspiring to be a director. But it's the same way if I go out there and get an Oscar and my wife doesn't show up. Oh, best believe is the divorce papers coming. Best believe that.
Yeah. Hey, anything. Hey, if there's anything if there's support of my wife to say I need her to be there, she's gonna be there.
Of course.
And for me, I don't even ask a lot. But when it comes to something serious like hey, I need you to be here. Like this is important. Even if you don't like
very important.
Okay, you got to be there. You have to be there.
It's the same way that I ridicule men when they don't go up, when their wife is giving birth. I get on a man. I be like, there's nothing more important than your wife getting birth. You supposed to be there because she could be on her deathbed and you worry about going to work. No, you got to leave and go be with your wife. So it's the same scenario. To me, that's a big event, and to me, it makes black men and black women look bad. Hakeem, I don't know your comment on that. Go ahead.
I just I was sorry to say, and a lot of women who are headstrong might look at it like, so what? But optics means everything, and you might have a vision of how you want your relationship to be, and you might be maybe the more dominant one in the relationship, but that's not how everybody else views. That's not us, and you know what I mean? And we've seen this in our community, and this is why there's always going to be a disconnect between men and women, especially black. You know what I mean? Because we see how this goes.
Yes, because some black women are just straight up headstrong. Shout out to Lady Patriot right now watching us on Rumble. But that to me, that's crazy not to go into an event like that. To me, just sometimes you just gotta humble yourself, even if you might not like the person. Exactly. You still go as a support of your man. It ain't got nothing to do with Trump.
Right. It's exactly right. You said it's really being humble and also being a support system. Did Barack really want to be there? Of course, I probably didn't want to be there. Of course not. But the thing is, as being a former president, had 2 terms, and respecting democracy, he had to be there. So did Michelle Obama, unless she was sick. If she was sick, I get all that. I get all that. Because everybody, like I said, around this time, everybody's getting sick. But just not have really no explanation. And this being quiet about not going. I know you don't want to go, but when it comes to stuff like this, you have to be there.
The link is pinned. The link is pinned. PhD is pinned. Yeah. It's already pinned on top of the chat. And also, we did do a poll. Let me see what the poll number is at now. The poll number is still at 71% say yes, 29% says no. That Michelle Obama did the right thing for not going out to Trump inauguration. Yeah, PhD, if you don't see the link, it's pinned. I'll drop it in the chat again. But to me, I think it's wrong, and I think us as black men, black women, we got to do better. I think we do. At some point, we just got to be mature enough and say, okay, even though I don't dislike this person, I'm gonna go just for the support of my spouse.
Hey, yeah, and go there, go there, and then when you sit down, you can talk about the person. Be quiet and talk about the person. It's about having that support system of somewhere you don't want to go, but but if you have your spouse there, it kind of balances you out a little bit. It'll say, hey, at least I'm not there by myself. At least I have my spouse with me. We both don't want to be here. We could talk crap, all the type of stuff. Be low key talk crap, and that's there. We in and out. And the thing is like you don't have to stay that long. You show your head in there, be in and out, and that's it. And that's really got to do.
Go right ahead, PhD. Supreme Court PhD. Go ahead.
She must be scared.
No, I was coming off mute. Okay, so you all did a poll that said what now? Most people don't think she was in the wrong?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, right. So, okay, first off, clearly she didn't have to be there because she wasn't there, right? Second, we don't know why she wasn't there. But I'm pretty sure that Hillary Clinton was not with Bill for Jimmy Carter's funeral. And there was no major outcry, right?
She was there. She was there. She didn't want to be there, but she was there.
I saw him somewhere and she wasn't there.
She was there.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to go.
That was it. You got the picture. Let me look for it.
Go ahead and look.
Go ahead,
but Trump,
Ronnie. Go ahead and put the picture up.
Okay. Trump didn't show up to Biden's inauguration, and nobody said anything.
Trump is a man. That's the difference.
And also,
no, it's not a difference. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Right? So it's customary for the outgoing president to come, right? Because you turning the shit over to. So no, that's not. It's not customary at all, right? And it's not a difference because it's a man. How ridiculous is that? And so there was no outcry then, but a former first lady from several terms ago needs to be at an inauguration. That doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. And clearly people
I'm going to say this. If you're not where your man is at, it's disrespectful.
Well, maybe her man should have been where she was. So, like, as a woman, ain't nobody gonna be able to disrespect me because he was the one who started all that birther shit and all. Look, I'm not finna go with you and sit up and be fake in somebody's face that I don't like, so you could be fake in their face. No, I'm not. Like, no, I'm not doing
PhD when she was there.
Okay, I saw her somewhere without her. Okay, still. Okay, so she was there. Trump still didn't go to the last inauguration. And so what? So Michelle don't have to go. If she don't want to sit up there and be fake with people who don't even like or respect them, I think it's ridiculous for him to go do it.
So PhD, you don't believe a woman should follow the man, even though that's your husband?
No, I think many men, especially if we're going to bring it to the Black community, many of y'all are morons and only a fool would follow.
Whoa.
That's a bad statement to say because a lot of people say but a lot of people say Barack Obama is very intelligent. They call him a very intelligent man. So if she don't follow him, so that what makes Barack Obama a moron? Hello, is she there?
Oh, she left.
Yeah, she'll be back.
Hey, but
nobody like most black men are morons. So if Barack Obama, a lot of people consider Barack Obama to be very intelligent.
Yeah.
If she didn't go to his inauguration, so what does that make Barack Obama a moron? Doesn't it?
No, it doesn't make him a moron. I'm just saying she's intelligent too, and so the idea that just because you got a dick and you pee standing up, that some woman got to follow behind you is ridiculous to me. Because again, a lot of y'all are morons. That don't mean every single one of you is morons. And he happened to be one of the ones who ain't a moron, like cognitively. But cut it out with all this antiquated bull stuff, about women following y'all. Y'all, more than any other group of men, need your women's help, right? And so you need a partner. You don't need somebody to follow you.
Yes, but even as a partner, you still need someone to follow you. What you mean?
Well, as a partner, there's no following, right? We come together and we make a decision. We have a discussion and we make a decision. So,
but someone's decision making, I gotta follow it. Someone's decision making, I gotta follow. Go ahead.
Follow decision.
Huh?
I gotta follow somebody's decision. That's important. Having a decision making.
Right.
Yes.
And so that's the thing. So, okay. A lot of times those women are going to be able to communicate better than you, and frankly, they're smarter than you. So in the discussion, right, the final decision is going to be obvious because she's going to have a better argument than you. And the
so you had over 100 million people watching on their inauguration. Nobody was really watching Martin Luther King because a lot of people disagree with Martin Luther King anyway. A lot of people are with Marcus Garvey and Malcolm X teaching anyway. But it was on Martin Luther King Day where you had 100 million people watching the inauguration, and you got your black man walking on stage by himself. I think it's pretty embarrassing at PhD, but I'm not gonna lie, it's very embarrassing. Especially as a black man. It's very embarrassing. Yes, it
I'm
is.
sure it is very embarrassing because one of the things that y'all strive for is to try to puff yourselves up, you know, in front of the white man. So I'm sure it would be embarrassing to many of y'all to walk out there without your woman, because then the white man might, you know, look at you in a diminished capacity. Or excuse me.
Well, they doing it worse even now. Because you had a former president who ran the world for 8 years, now coming out there without his wife. And yet, mind you, Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton had marital problems where Bill Clinton was getting a blowjob from someone else, one of his secretary in the office. And
a
yet his
lot more
wife
we
still
don't
was
know
able to
about.
walk out with him.
And a lot more we don't know about.
Right.
So think about it, PhD, but where's the scrutiny?
So,
is the scrutiny here? Like,
no, okay, so just because Hillary acts in a way that violates her own interests, that mean that Michelle got to do the same thing? So y'all trying to make like hold this white woman up like she's the standard of whatever, and that's a lot of the problem, right? Black men, y'all gotta stop idolizing white people.
No, it's not the standard. It's about the democracy of being a former president.
The last president, the outgoing president, didn't attend the inauguration of the ingoing president. You had nothing to say, sir. Cut it out.
That is a man.
Right, but
I can tell you that you are.
You didn't say nothing, but you so outraged by a former first lady not being there. Stop it. Hey, if Trump had showed up at Biden's inauguration without his wife and said, "Oh, Melania doing so," y'all niggas would have just accepted it and shut the fuck up. Cut it out.
Okay, no, but okay, quick question. No, prime example. PhD, you mentioned Trump didn't go to the Biden's inauguration, but you know his wife didn't go either.
Right.
She followed Trump.
The point is, if he had gone and she didn't go, y'all wouldn't be making no outcry. If he would have just said, "Oh, Melania couldn't be here because she had the XYZ," y'all would have accepted that and been like, "She had the XYZ." Y'all really gotta stop with this white man worshiping. It's crazy.
I'm just being honest. I think black man and black woman, we just don't get along, and I think at some point we gotta let go of this ideology and start getting along and start loving each other. It's crazy.
Y'all got to think with your right brain. If you let the white man coach.
Hold on, we'll wait till you come back. We losing connection. Sugar Bone said we making excuses to attack black women. How are we making excuses to attack black women? I'm just saying she should have been there. That would have been a great image of black man and a black woman coming out into this big event, which, like I said, over 100 million people was watching.
Yeah, to a black man and a black woman coming out to damn, what they call it? Damn, a presidency of people who think that black people and other whatevers, I don't care about them, but black people aren't being discriminated against. It's actually white males that's being discriminated against. Right. And as a black woman, I'm supposed to come out there and say, "Congratulations." Get the fuck out.
I ain't saying congrats. I ain't saying talk to him. I think just come out there as the support of me. Don't go. I ain't telling you to go talk to Trump. I'm just saying come out there and support me. I'm coming out there
to support me. Hello. You think that's a good image for him to come and try to talk to her and she just pay the man dust and ignore him?
Oh, but nobody won't say. But BG, but nobody will know if they had conversation or not.
That she don't have to talk to him. The only way she don't have to talk to him is if he don't come talk to her. Y'all really need to start examining y'all thinking.
Hey, what do you mean, PhD? But nobody gonna pay attention to talk to her or not?
She want to say anything. She would say, "Hey, I'm the queen up in this White House, and y'all ain't shit." And that's all I gotta say. I'm sorry, my bad.
No, you good. You good, Jordan. I feel your frustration because I'm frustrated too. With some way that some of these black women think. I'll be like, what? It's a big event. You talking about you ain't going?
I need my wife to be up there and show up to everybody. Y'all ain't my wife. Period.
It is a big event on PhD. Like I said, it's 100 million people watching. That's a huge event.
Okay, so what?
Well, you mean so what?
There's a lot of people watching it. So what? He didn't even have
Okay.
He
Okay, let me go. I'm gonna ask you a
there.
question.
He should not have been there. That's the
Oh, I'm
problem.
gonna ask
That
you a
he was
question.
there.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you a PhD. But when you saw him walking down out the stage by himself, well, that's if you saw the inauguration. But if you saw the inauguration
I
and you
did
saw
not.
him walking out of stage, you did not. Okay, but if you go watch the clip of him walking out of stage by himself, I want to know how would you feel? Like, what goes through your mind? Like this
He
black man
made
walking
a
out by himself.
decision to attend, and he knew his wife could not be in attendance, and so he made a decision to walk across the stage by himself. I don't feel no way about it.
You really gonna say that in your mind?
Yes.
That's what you actually gonna say in your mind.
Stand on it.
She said she stand on it. I can't. I don't got no
stand on
pushback.
it.
You got it. Yeah,
I'm
you're gonna
standing
stay on your
the
mind.
bucket.
So you know, Hakeem is quiet. I don't know why Hakeem's so quiet. Normally
Hakeem,
he'll
where
say
you
something,
at?
but I think he's
Hey,
scared.
Where you at?
can I be
Huh?
honest? I don't feel safe.
Go ahead.
You in your own house. You in Kale's
What?
refrigerator, your own home. As soon as
No,
PhD to come, I'm gonna close the door. I'm scared.
listen,
Exactly. You told
no,
her to come up here and talk,
I
and now you
did,
I
I
can't. He
scared.
the
did,
man.
That's
He
right. Mama
I
home
did, I
now.
did. I don't feel
Mama
like I
home
don't feel
now.
safe. I don't feel safe. Like I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get this one.
You let PhD was like, man, I'm gonna kick my feet up and everything.
Yeah, but wait
Not
till the show is
playing.
over. Wait till the show over. Hakeem gonna go in, and I'm like, no, don't go in now. Keep that to yourself. I don't want to hear it.
I
Keep it
might
to
have to make
yourself.
a TikTok. I might have to make a TikTok
I knew that.
video.
I knew you gonna say that. I knew it. He was gonna make a TikTok video. I already
Please
knew.
do. Please do. But you have to show it on here. You have to bring it back to the
Oh
channel and
wow!
show it to everybody.
Yeah, you do gotta show. No worry, please. If you don't bring it back, I'll bring it back. I download it and bring it up here. Now, I knew you gonna do a TikTok video. He
That's
was like,
messed up.
black. He gonna say black women don't respect Barack Obama. He gonna say something. He gonna say something like that.
No, say
I will.
PhD don't respect Barack
I
Obama.
will.
And then if you gonna get it, just show the Sharon show. No, but I think of course a woman have her own mind, but especially a big event like that, she should have been present. But they say they having marital problems anyway. That's the rumor, allegedly.
Rumor. A lot of people be having marital problems, right? Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union years now at least.
I
So
believe
you
it.
know it's
I
always
believe
a
it.
rumor.
I do believe that one.
Okay, well they still together.
I,
so it'd be a lot of rumors
for the media.
but those rumors. Well, regardless, y'all said they said that the media said they was gonna split up. If they decide to stay together, then the media is wrong. So I don't think I don't pay any attention to or put any credence in rumors that they're having marital problems. If she asked it, or he divorced her ass, they was having marital problems.
But that just show you black man, black woman, even in a higher position, can't get along. So at some point, ain't we supposed to get along?
Well, so the thing is, and so what I was saying, I gotta check y'all's mindset. Like black men, y'all have to like acknowledge, right, and admit that you do like man, right, and all of that other stuff. And that's gonna be a problem, right? Because if we black people, then that's gonna work against our interests, right? And so drives and motivation.
We're losing you, PhD, but we're losing you.
I try to.
We're losing you. We're losing you.
No, I was saying I try to. I think y'all
Come back. Log out and come back. You going in and out. Don't worry, we're gonna pause at this point. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to those watching us right now on all across the board: Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch. Shout out to those watching us on Rumble. Close to 10 people watching us on Rumble. Close to 30 people right now watching us on X. Go right ahead, PhD. Continue.
No, I was just saying, like, I just want black men to start examining where their drives and motives originate, and start paying attention to those type of things. Because just trying to live up to another group of men or emulate manipulate whatever they do, thinking you're gonna get the same outcomes, isn't a very fruitful strategy.
Mm.
I'm gonna have to not disagree with her on that.
No, I don't disagree with her at all.
Huh?
I think we do look up to white. We do. No, we agree with you on that. You do look. We do
I
look up
agree.
to white man.
Yeah.
I
Is he
agree.
waving at me? Hi, baby.
We do look up. We do look up to white man. So I do agree with her on that. We do.
Yeah.
We're afraid to get our
And
own.
so
We're
that causes a
afraid of
problem.
the. Yeah, but I think at some point, us as black men, black women, we just gotta change the way our image are, how we perceive ourselves.
Right, but so it was Carter G. Woodson. Carter G. Woodson is the gentleman who created Black History Week, which became Black History Month. He was a psychologist, but he talked about how if you can control what a man thinks, you don't have to worry about his actions. Y'all are worried about, us getting along, which are actions. But where y'all gotta start is in your thinking, right? You just admitted that you look up to white men, and so that's going to certain ways, having certain attitudes, whatever. But I just think y'all need to spend more time examining whether or not those attitudes and whatever else are actually help y'all, right? You can actually exploit them to your own benefit, which is a lot of times I don't think black people think about, when we adopt these ideologies or whatever. We don't think, what results am I going to get from this? And so I just want y'all to spend more time.
Nah, thank you, Supreme God, PhD, but man,
Self-examination.
deep dive. I like this deep dive. I like the conversation like this. Like, share, subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss it when we go live. As you can see, we do have dope conversation over here. But go ahead, Jordan, continue. But yeah, but that was good. That was good. You got Hakeem scared. That's good. That's good.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I am, because I was trying to give it his work.
Well, did Jordan step away? What Jordan at? Did he step away?
No, I'm right here.
Go ahead. On
All
to
right,
the next.
All right, on to the next topic. Let's talk about Chris Brown. So, if you guys didn't know, a couple months ago, Discovery put out a trailer, a documentary of Chris Brown's domestic violence in the past, and and it broke over the internet. Now, now this week, Chris Brown will be suing Discovery for $500,000, over $500 million. For false accusing him of being an SA and an abuser. So go ahead, Ronnie, play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
I'm sure the girls want a couple more questions and things. For the young ladies, I mean, what's up, man? You got a girl or what?
Nah, I'm keeping my options open, so y'all be checking for me, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's the type of stuff will get you in trouble, player. Chris Brown is the name. Get used to that right there.
Chris Brown's an amazing and talented musician, but let's call a thing a thing. He's an abuser of women, consistently, unapologetically.
Did Chris pull a gun on that girl? When is your hearing for your restraining order?
There's a long list of various different women.
Seem pretty upset. Are you sure you don't really call victims advocate have them come talk to you?
Who've accused Chris Brown of assaulting them.
Senator Chris Brown has been detained in an alleged case of rape.
He has an audience full of assault deniers.
No, I have not spoken about this matter publicly, but that's the only way that it can be stopped.
Yeah, once Chris Brown saw that, I was shocked that that documentary came out about him, so quickly and everything. But yeah, Discovery, they came out with the documentary, and now he is suing over almost $500 million for false labeling him as an abuser. So go ahead, Hakeem. What's your take? Do you feel like Chris Brown was doing his thing of filing this lawsuit because he, even though he did his dirty stuff in the past, he's trying to get away from it and start fresh new. But since they started doing a documentary, they bringing his past over again.
So he's not going to win this lawsuit because it has to be in the form of defamation of character. So a lot of the things they're talking about in the documentary is public information. You know what I mean? So I don't know how he's going to win this case. Man, this is why when things happen, you got to take your look like a man and keep it moving. Like, this is his life, man. You forever known as a woman beater.
Yeah, I agree with you, Hakeem. He's not going to win this lawsuit because remember, it's already on court records and it's also public records. So everything he has done has been there. Now a serious rapist, he might win that one, but a sexual abuser, that's in his record. So he got to prove that. That's the thing when you go against these corporations and these industries, you gotta have powerful lawyers because you gotta be able to prove that. They just don't do documentaries without evidence being presented before them. Remember at one point, they did a documentary about R. Kelly. Everybody was against those documentaries, but then later we found out it was true. He gotta come. He better come in with some strong evidence for him to win $500 million. Go right ahead, PhD. The
Okay,
PhD was stepping.
so
Oh, there you
um, okay, and so what is he suing them for? Like defamation?
go. Yeah, defamation. Defamation of calling him a serious rapist and also a sexual abuser. Pretty much SA.
Okay, so they say he was
Yeah,
sexual.
pretty much.
Interesting. Yeah, I guess he'll have. Or it depends on what evidence they have. If it's women saying that he did it to him, given his past, I think people are going to be inclined to believe that. And so I'm just not sure, why he's suing. For that reason,
I think it's defamation. I think it's defamation of character. So I think it's giving him a bad image.
But that's the thing. He already has a terrible image. The thing is,
That's why we say it. I mean, Hakeem saying yes.
Yeah.
Facts.
So Chris Brown, despite his terrible image, is still very successful, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so the people who support him are likely going to support him regardless, right? At this point, because we done saw that he done, physically assaulted at least 2 women. And so, his bad reputation or bad image isn't going to harm him because they've already made a decision. They're going to support him. And I think other people already see him as that type of guy. So I don't really, you know what I'm saying? I don't really think it moves the needle. I think he's drawing more attention to it by filing a lawsuit. If he would have just kept quiet and, let it die down, because this is the first I'm hearing about it. And I'm assuming the documentary has been out for a little while. At least
yes, it has.
Right.
It has. Yeah, so that's the first. It came out yesterday. I think yesterday evening. It was trending that he's suing Warner Brothers Discovery.
Okay.
For the documentary. Yeah.
Okay, so
from TMZ. You know how TMZ is. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like he may be reopening the wound because I don't think that's news to anybody, right? And so I just feel like he is drawing more attention to it by filing the lawsuit at this point.
Good point. Because then guess what? But I'm saying when you're dealing with these corporations, they probably gonna have more stuff on you. They're like, okay, you want to show us? Then we're gonna bring out more information about stuff that you didn't want it to be public. So let's see what happens. Go right ahead, Jordan.
And this is my thing too, right? I mean, if you attack Chris Brown, okay, cool. What about Trey Songz? you hear a lot more stuff happen. You hear rumors more about Trey Songz being the essayer than Chris Brown. Was Chris Brown's an abuser? Oh yeah, we heard that. Rihanna and also Carucci, we hear all that. He did his time, you know, did his trouble and all that type of stuff too. But why is, you know, people not, you know, these big companies not getting Trey Songz? Why is they protecting Trey Songz? That's what I want to know. You hear a lot of outrageous stuff from Trey Songz. Do you hear from Chris Brown? Why is they protecting Trey Songz? That's what I want to know. I mean, because we already attacked Chris Brown. He did what he did as well. But you want to make a documentary to go in his past and everything. You know, do I like that? No, I really don't like that. But you're right, Ronnie. It's you know, it's public out there. But when it comes to Trey Songz, I mean, there was people trying to sue Trey Songz. But, you know, his record label, you know, they fixed it and he's done it and everything. So my thing is like, you know, you attack Chris Brown, but you'll hear more outrageous things when it comes to Trey Songz than you will with Chris Brown. So why not attack Trey Songz? Because we hear and try to make that story of and see you get the evidence from that. Then to attack somebody that's already have evidence out there like that. We know that he did, but you're going to attack him anyways.
I don't know. But the thing with Trey Songz, remember Trey Songz invented sex, so he ain't going nowhere.
What does that mean, Barney?
That's why they ain't talking about Trey Songz. Remember, he said I invented sex, so that's why they ain't talking about it. But that's true though. They really don't talk about Trey Songz though. They really don't.
And there's women who have stories. Not all women had the similar stories about him being SA and everything. All of them similar. And he still gets away with it. I want to know how he be getting away with stuff like that.
Good lawyers, and sometimes, no, we already know that the record labels are like an entity. They go to the judge and be like, yo, we're not talking about that. The judge is gonna do what they say. Sometimes they be paying these judges. You know, it's corruption all over the place. It's the United States. They can do what they, like PhD would say a long time ago, they can do what they want. You see, you see they changing the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. They can do what they want.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
It is. Like, share, subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to the 40 people right now watching us on X. Great. Thank you guys for being here. And don't be afraid to comment, and make sure you guys follow. Follow guys. Twitch, Kick, guys, follow. Even on Instagram and Facebook. Make sure you guys follow so you never miss this type of interaction. Go right in. Oh, shout out to Abby Wody. That's also in the building. And also Pretty Kiki that was watching us on Instagram. Go ahead, Jordan. Moving forward. I saw you put in a link about P. Diddy. I saw that. So I don't know if you want to talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So P. Diddy's accuser finally spoke. I think it was on Fox News. She finally went on Fox News and spoke a piece about, you know, what happened in the past of, you know, what Diddy did to her and everything. So go ahead and play the clip, Ronnie, and after that we'll chop it up. And she's anonymous too. You can't see her face.
He basically started threatening me with human trafficking, and that they could take me anywhere and sell me. He had Christina Coram. He ordered her to insert a copper IUD into my vagina, but luckily it deployed before she could actually get it inside me, like inside the cervix. And that's when Sean Combs got extremely angry, and he grabbed the TV remote and sexually assaulted me vaginally with the remote extremely violently.
Where in the apartment did this happen?
And it was in the house. It has a little studio apartment underneath the house, and it was on the bed because it was a really tiny apartment.
And was everyone in that party present? The people who had all descended down those stairs into that studio apartment, were they all present witnessing what was happening to you?
I heard more people upstairs that I didn't see. So I'm not incredibly sure, like, how many people were there. In the room with me, it was Sean Combs, Shane Pierce, Shane's friend, who I don't know his name yet, his, what he called was a bodyguard, who later claimed he was a correctional officer or or undercover officer, but he wasn't. And then Christina Coram and another white woman who I don't know her name.
So that was her explaining her story. When it comes to public opinion, I'm gonna go with you, Ronnie. Does she sound believable? What would you? I mean, hearing her story, what do you believe? Does she sound believable? What I'm trying to say.
To me, yes, because I heard that a lot. A lot of people say that about P Diddy. And one time, I don't know, you guys used to watch Making It a Band when it was
Yeah.
the guys when they had to go across the girl get the cheesecake, and then they came back at the cheesecake. I think he threw the cheesecake at him. I forgot what it was. So I kind of believe that type of aggressiveness of P Diddy because things don't go his way. He do lash out. That's how he expresses himself. He lash out. But they won't surprise me. He did it one bit. I'm being honest. I think I kind of believe her story on the aspect of him being that type of violent person. Because when things don't go his way, he'll be very aggressive with you. And that's why one thing I don't understand how people could work with P Diddy. I just like as his assistants because he was just terrible. Go right ahead, Hakeem.
Um, you see, this is kind of tough for me because I don't know who the accuser is. There's no documentation. There's no video. So I'm trying to look at this from an educated mindset and say, hey, like, um, what if a lot of this comes out to be a scam? Then what? Are you going to be exonerated? Or are we going to just still look at him like we know he's a bad person, but like the stuff she's talking about, that's fuel level evil. But we still don't know who she is, who is this person is. Nobody's not showing anything, so it's just kind of difficult for me to believe this stuff.
But you never heard a story about P Diddy being that very aggressive type of person, especially when it came to stuff
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, definitely. He on demon time. Like we know that that's not there. But then I'm saying to myself, like a person should have a right to face his accuser. You feel me? You know what I mean? We got to know who we talking about. Like what time we on? You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's where I'm coming from with this. I'm like, hey, I know I know whatever this is it. Okay, so be it. But we need to know who we dealing with. And so we could be like, oh, this and that. But I can understand they're trying to make sure the person is safe. You know what I mean? She doesn't feel like she's gonna be attacked. You know what I mean? And I get it. I get it. I'm not insensitive about that. But when accusations come around and a man's life is in danger, and you know what I mean, his whole reputation is gone. Don't get me wrong, his reputation already been gone. But this is real serious stuff we talking about. Like we talking about full grown monster activity.
Mm.
He's not recovering from this. You know what I mean? And I'm just saying, like, if it comes out that this is not true, is he going to be exonerated?
Mm. What's good? What's good, D? Degenerate. What's happening, big dog? Go right ahead, PhD, if you're still there.
So the purpose of the court case is for him to be able to face his accuser and, the jury make the decision, right?
Correct.
So he's going to get a chance to face his accuser.
Yes.
It's very common unless the victim gives permission for their name and likeness to be used for their identity to be concealed, right? That's standard operating procedure.
Correct.
So that doesn't like sway me one way or the other. That doesn't make me think anything, right? That's normal for her protection. But for me, you know, whatever happens with Diddy is whatever, right? For me, it's a larger issue. The type of stuff that he is alleged to have done, the things that I see a lot of other Black males doing, it seemed like a lot of y'all, a lot of Black men have lost touch or contact like with their own like soul, right? and so it'd be a lot of soulless walking talking demons around, and I'm sure that's in every group, but I deal
I
with
agree.
right.
I
And
agree.
so a lot of times they say the eyes are the window to the soul. A lot of times you can see these people when they're in pictures. Look at these men's eyes, and a lot of times they have a vacant, blank, or like dead stare in their eyes. There's no life in their eyes, right?
Breach. Facts.
And so I just want Black men to really start getting in touch with themselves, you know, what they think, what they feel, you know, and start addressing and get back, you know, start addressing some of the issues, because yeah, this getting crazy. I mean, I've even been seeing several stories of young males deleting their own mama.
Yep.
Their
Facts.
own mama.
Say it.
And so I don't know how, but I just, Black men, y'all got to get back in touch with whatever it is. And I'm not saying like, you know, the source or, you know, whatever, your inner, whatever, God, whatever. You got to get in touch with something in order, you know, to reclaim that, because it's scary the amount of young men I see walking around with those dead eyes.
I don't know. I think it's something in the drugs because a lot of them are doing like
Yeah.
a lot of them are smoking, you know, trees, and they mixing it with fentanyl. It's crazy out here. It's very scary out here.
Yeah,
Go
that
right
can be
ahead.
very true.
Go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, that's what you can say about Diddy. We know we got to know that Diddy had been, you know, doing a lot of drinking, a lot of drugs, and you know, just started off with the naughties, you know, start to attempt to do things, and we have more money, more power, and then you know, you start, you know, elevating and do more stuff that might be heinous, and you start doing more and more stuff, and then you do some more stuff that you know, it's like, you know, you get into something that you know. You get into something that you never even thought that you would get in because you know you use your power so much and money so much, and you know and I agree with PSU. It's like you lose yourself in a way, and you know and it gets worse and worse and worse, and you feel like you get away with it sometimes, most of the time, and then till the end, you know you see that you have a problem, and then you try to clean it up, and that's what Diddy tried to do. That's why he changed his name to Love, and he tried to be better at it, but the thing is, you know, you got them demons inside you, and it shows that, you know, the history of it, and we hear rumors about it for the past 30 years. Eventually, them demons gonna come out, and you trying to change your life, and it usually, and for Diddy, you know, demons come back from them, and it took him back, and then now, you know, now he's in the situation he's in right now. So, now you know all these, you know, started off with the Cassie with her allegation of what all the stuff that Diddy did to her, and then after that, you know, that opened up Pandora's box, and to him, you know, the feds got involved, and you know they got him locked up, I think there's something that he probably can't get out of because he has so much dirty things that he did in the past almost 30 years and everything. So I just hope, you know, with this situation, this show, men, especially Black men, doesn't matter what type of power you have, you know, it don't matter if there's rumors or there's videotapes, which there's still that he has out of and everything, of you doing something that you did 15, 20, 10 years ago, it'll eventually come out and it's going to bite yourself and you're going to look bad. And it's not just going to affect you, it's going to affect your next generation, which is affecting his kids as well. So, Yeah, so like I said, it's 2025. I believe his trial was supposed to begin in
In the
early
summer.
in the summer,
In the summer.
summertime.
In the summer.
So like, and I know for us, in the summertime, we definitely going to deep dive on what happened, in back in them Diddy days of what he did, to fellow victims.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. We got one more final topic of today's show. Wait, California is still on fire?
Hey
That's what I
man,
saw.
it's nonstop. So we had the Altadena Pacific Palisades fire. And right now, it's not stopping. Now it's spreading to Southern California. Now, I'm San Diego area county. There's areas that's on fire, and I found out today that further north of LA County, in the Hearst area, that there's fires starting over there and everything. It's just been a weird 2025 starting out with these fires, especially in Southern California, because usually fire, season like this, it usually ends like in the fall time, well, in the winter time. But we start off with this, with the Santa Ana winds, picking up and everything. It's just been very very big disaster here in Southern California, and billions of dollars of homes, acres, just been burning down, and it's just been a really really rough year start up in Southern California. So go ahead, Ronnie, play the two clips from the two fires, and after that we chop it up.
We are headed out to a fire. This is a new one. This is called the Hughes Fire. Clearly happening out by Lake Hughes. I can tell you that it is a big county fire, and also Cal Fire are the ones that are responding. If there is good news to ever talk about with a brush fire, this one seems to be burning in just the vegetation out here, but it is a massive fire, and it also apparently is being wind driven, which is unusual because you can see how hill and the winds were pushing it to the south. So this is going to be pretty much a slow moving fire, but it is definitely in very, very thick brush. LA County Fire, Cal Fire are going to be the ones fighting it. It's going to be a few minutes before they get their assets in the air and over here to start dropping water and start coordinating how they're going to be battling these flames. This is a brand new fire, popped up maybe 15-20 minutes ago. If you're looking at the picture and you're kind of wondering, well, where is this exactly? I can give you a little bit of a tour right now. We're in the Newhall, Clarita area. When I show you this area right here, that main street that we're looking at right there, that is going to be Newhall Avenue. So that's Newhall Avenue, and that's going to be in the city of Santa Clarita. But those flames and that smoke very far from that fire, and it does seem like it's moving up into the hillside up there. Basically in general direction, hang out the area, and also Agua Dulce. But you can station very, very thick. That's one of the reasons why you're getting so much of that black smoke and so much of that smoke out here. It is wind-driven. We heard an aircraft talking about it just moments ago. I'm assuming that it is a fire aircraft because they were talking to the ground guys saying that, the winds are actually pushing it. As far as Skyfox goes, we're going to try to get a little bit closer, but you know the drill with the firefighting aircraft in the air. It's going to be difficult for us to get right up in there, but it does seem to be very thick chaparral that's burning, and again, moving very, very quickly, wind-driven, and with terrain kind of going against that terrain. And when you see that black smoke, sometimes you're going to say, well, is that a structure? In this case, I would venture to say that chaparral probably very thick with oils, and that is the reason why it's kind of giving off that black smoke type of look. I did see an LA County Fire helicopter in the shot. Maybe that was the one that was talking just nope, that actually is going to be that's a contract ship. So I don't know if you would just happen to see it, but you can definitely see what is burning out here. It's all vegetation. That's what I got to say right now. All vegetation, and these winds are not those high winds that we were experiencing during the Palisades fire and the
Yeah, I'm gonna play the other clip. Give me 1 second. Yeah, that's crazy, man. On fires. Wow.
Yep, shit
It
crazy.
is. I'm telling you, it seems odd, but who knows?
Mother Nature not playing.
Wednesday evening, and now new fires are forcing evacuations near San Diego. Those flames have burned about 100 acres and are mostly uncontained. Meanwhile, Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass says the recovery process from the devastating Palisades fire is getting underway.
While our firefighters work toward full containment and guard against flare-ups, we are moving full speed ahead on recovery and rebuilding because we must get people home and rebuild their neighborhoods in the most urgent way possible.
Let's bring in CBS News correspondent Elise Preston in Los Angeles. Elise, what can you tell us about the new fires near San Diego?
Well, those fires popped up overnight, Lindsay, and they're fueled by these high winds. Some of those winds topped out at 102 miles per hour as these flames started going. Now, as you mentioned, there is only about 100 acres. And I say only when you talk about the devastation that we've seen so far. Now, there are evacuation warnings that are in place, but there is some containment with these fires. So some of those evacuation warnings have already been lifted.
And crews have made progress on the Palisades and Eden fires. Could these new winds, though, make things more difficult?
Yeah, it causes great concern because like we saw when these fires popped up just about 2 weeks ago, they were able to carry a hotspot miles down the road and spark a new fire. So there is great concern for more winds to roll in. I can tell you, though, these winds do feel different. When they were rolling in last night, I drove around. The street lights were working. You could see heavy wind, but for the most part, people were able to kind of go about their day. You didn't see much traffic, but not because the traffic lights were out. So it did feel different. You can see right behind me the wind to be calm right now. So hopefully we can get through this hump. There are no reignitions or new fires that pop up here in the LA area.
Yeah, I remember when Palisades and Eden were rearing their ugly heads and you were literally holding onto a pole so that, you wouldn't get not necessarily blown away, but so that you can maintain your footing. And Elise, before we let you go, we heard Los Angeles Mayor Bass say the recovery effort is starting. What will that even look like?
Well, it's going to be a long time, Lindsay, but the first thing that we need to do here in the LA area is clean up. So the mayor signed an executive order. People are trying to get that toxic ash out of here. It's pretty much everywhere in Eaton and the Palisades areas. And so it is very dangerous. It's also a new danger coming because we could get rain in the LA area as early as this weekend. And so that could bring landslides, that could bring runoff of this toxic ash into our waterways. So there is a
Wow, that's
huge
crazy.
concern to get a hand.
Dang, that is crazy. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. Around it said it might rain on Sunday, but yeah, man. I thought as far as it not stopping here in LA, man, it's crazy, man. Go ahead, Akeem, man. What's your take, man?
Man,
Judgment.
one big thing I'm gonna say about this is us is that we now have to start being prepared for disasters like this. You know what I mean? Time and time again, we're noticing that we as Americans and the government are not prepared. There should have been an infrastructure built to handle these fires.
Facts.
This should have been minimum damage. We need new technology that's going to stop this thing. Maybe new construction buildings that's inflammable. So where there's tragedy, there's hope and there's innovation. So hopefully people can look at this and say, hey, we need to rebuild Los Angeles in a way that's fireproof, in a way that there's over 1,000 firefighters. You know what I mean? And we start having reserve firefighters. It's like, you know what I mean? So it's just a bunch of things like that. But
I agree with you, Hakeem. I think they need to do better. I think with this experience this here, the government over there in California would step up. The mayor will start stepping up. They say the relief is starting to come in, but it's not coming in as quickly as it needs to be. They need to hurry up very, very quickly because as you can see, the rainfall is about to come. and you don't want those ashes to get into the water supply. So it's sad what's going on in California right now. In Southern California. It's a fail of the government not stepping part, not taking things seriously, and not doing what it needs to do. And hopefully, through this experience, everybody, every government from every state will start getting together and realize, okay, we need to start playing around with Mother Nature because Mother Nature ain't playing. Go right ahead, Jordan.
I talked to a lot of California's people. They ain't never seen nothing like this. Never. And I tell you guys, I know you guys say it should be a better job, but when you have fire and winds, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. I'm just realizing that and to see these places, there's nothing you can do. I mean, you can prepare, but you can't prepare for fire. Keep like pushing fire, keep pushing for miles and miles. Like it's like when you see fire and the wind's pushing, it can push for miles and miles and miles, and there's nothing you can do. If you got hurricane force wind pushing helicopters and everything, it's to me this is like Bible type of thing, Bible stuff, and that you're looking at that you can't stop. It's just unimaginable that we seeing stuff like this. This is some Bible stuff that we're seeing right now, and just to see what San Diego is it's not just here like in LA and going to San Diego and going to into up to North LA County. This is some biblical stuff that's unstoppable, and yeah. I don't know what the governor and they can do stuff like this. I mean, stuff like this we need to be prepared for. Absolutely need to be prepared for. But yeah, man, something like this, never. As speaking to California, never thought in a wildest dreams, they nightmares, they'll see something like this happening. And it's just sad to see, the state I'm in, the city I'm in, the county I'm in, that we're people losing their homes, cars, businesses. It's unimaginable. And what I can say right now, just here, just try to donate and just help as much as you can. And that's all I can say about that.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern Time. Like always, special shout out to the lovely Supreme Goddess PhD that was also on the panel. Thank you so much, sweetheart, for being on the show. We really do greatly appreciate you each and every time you come over here. We have fun to laugh and giggle, and also a learning lesson. And now they had Hakeem quiet. Shout out to the lovely Bobby Bryan that was also in the building. She said she love us. I said love you too. She's heading up on out here. Shout out to the lovely Sherry Bryan that's also in the building, and also the gorgeous, aka Mimi, the co-host of the Shiesty Avenger, was also in the building. Ashton is not here. He's not going to be live. I just hit him up in the back. He's in Chicago, so he will be going live on the weekend. But shout out to him. So hopefully he's being safe over there in Chicago, because I know Chicago right now is having snow. And also Houston is snowing as well. Shout out to D that was also in the building. Abby Wody also in the building. The lovely Sugar Bomb was also in the building. Why High was also in the building. Shout out to him. Thank you guys so much for always tuning in every time we go live. Shout out to Nightish, the craziest show earlier in the morning. So you guys want to stay up and have some laugh, go over there to the Nightish show. He would definitely give you guys some laugh. Shout out to those who are also watching us on Instagram. Shout out to Drewski watching us on Instagram. Shout out to the Black Cave watching us on Instagram. Zakia, aka Mrs. Chaos, Jordan's wife, was also watching us on Instagram. She was in the building. Shout out to her, Chaz Focus, also watching us on Instagram. Shout out to Pretty Kiki watching us on Instagram. And shout out to Goddess Forever also watching us on Instagram. Shout out to the 40 people watching us on X. Thank you guys so much, X, for tuning in. Guys on X, please make sure you follow, like, share. Let people know that you rocking with us. Thank you guys so much for being here. We really do greatly appreciate it. Shout out to the 10 people that are watching us on Rumble today. Thank you, Lady Patriot, holding it down over there. But we had 10 people right now watching us on Rumble. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. That's our career high on Rumble. We started at 5. Now we at 10. So shout out to the 10 people watching us on Rumble. Rumble is very hard. Rumble is the old YouTube. how YouTube used to be. So Rumble, shout out to Rumble, man. Tell me watching us on Rumble, man. We really greatly appreciate you guys. Don't be afraid to follow, guys. Follow so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to those also watching us on Facebook. We had a couple of people watching us on Facebook, and shout out to those watching us on Twitch and also Kick. They watch us, but they don't comment. And guys, hopefully one of these days y'all be comfortable enough to go ahead and comment. We don't bite. As you can see, we don't bite. Make sure you go to Chaos Culture Radio description. In the description where you can find the Chaos Culture Radio t-shirt with me and Jordan got on. The Chaos Culture Radio beanie. Okay, it is cold, especially in Miami. It is cold right now. It's like 50 degrees in Miami. And also the Chaos Culture Radio coffee mug. So guys, Jordan the other day had a Chaos Culture Radio sweater. So guys, it's cold right now. Get your sweater. Get your sweater. It's gonna be a while before things start warming up. The only thing that's warming up right now is in California because they are on fire. And it's not the good fire, it's the fire of destruction. So we pray for the people in California, man. They losing homes, people are losing animals, losing farmlands. It's crazy what's going on in California. Also, make sure you guys go to Cal Culture Radio community tab where you can find President King book, Black Love, and also other things in the community tab. And let us know any announcement and stuff like that. And also in the description, guys, make sure become members because pretty soon we're gonna be doing exclusive content where we do interviews, and also when we out here in Miami and also in LA where we have different events going on, you guys will be able to see it. It will be under the paywall. So become members. And the whole point of being a member is to help the platform because our goal is to make sure we get studio. We don't focus too much on the Cash App and the Super Chat as other places do, but we focus on mostly the membership and you guys rocking with us. That's what we mostly focus on the most. Thank you for tuning in to Chaos Culture Radio, guys. Hakeem, we over and out.